Welcome to episode number 20 of his MLB The Show 20 Postseason series. I just came back from Corpus Christi. This is posted on Thursday. This is being posted on Thursday, but I'm filming this Wednesday. Sorry there's no road to the show. It's Saturday. I was busy with math, and I had to Pat. On Saturday, and I never got there. So there's no video Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So then tomorrow, Friday actually, State Battle of the Show, Saturday in Battle of the World Series if there is one, and then Saturday if there is a game Battle of the World Series, Sunday if there's not. Or Saturday if there's not a game Battle of the World Series, and Sunday if there is a game Battle of the World Series. State Battle open in 2021, no matter where, State Battle in AA, AAA, or the majors. So, and then after that, well, I still have Snake Batter, I have home and in the All-Star Game. And I'm thinking that after that, possibly Sunday, Monday, already pulling over the show, and then earliest Sunday, latest Monday, and then our fourth row of the show, earliest Monday, latest Tuesday, home run derby in the All-Star Game. So, yeah. This thing, it has a Joe Harness, Chafin, no, and Sean Newton. Well, first of all, the 6-5 win, which they barely hung on to one. I mean, it was close. I mean, they were up 6-0, then they got 4 in the 7th, then a 1 in the 9th, and it was a 1-run game at one point. And still has Chafin, although it Brush is pitched. It's Odorizzi. I thought it was only Barrios, but it's only Jake Odorizzi versus Sean Newton, and then they have Barrios again, which I might actually put Barrios out there again because you have 2 days of rest, which is really insane. But you might see Maeda, which completely, well, it wasn't, he lost in game 1, but he started, so I'm not sure. But this game's only J.J. Odorizzi versus Sean Newton, so yeah. 7:05 Eastern Standard Time. Play full game. The Braves are the gold controller, and the Twins are the blue controller. And Sandy sponsored for the Braves, Net Sepper for the Twins. Home uniform for the Braves, road uniforms for the Twins. Trusted Park, home of the Braves, holds 41,149, opened in 2017. Presentation mode broadcast team style, show theme, quick downs on, cloud tower, third sky. They had partly clouded, but I don't know, switch to the third skies. The other Rizzy is, I don't know, Brewers is probably not going to make it. Well, and they also didn't buy, it's not really Field Hernandez, although he's 2-0 with a 1.13 ERA, and one of those wins was in relief in game 2 of the NLDS, which they won 5-4 and 17 to keep the season alive. Finally, Soroka. So, I mean, it could be Maeda. I mean, 85 versus 81. I don't know. But, I mean, Maeda's 0-0 with 10.8 ERA. I don't know. Righty versus lefty, 73 versus, or 80 versus 73. Here we go. Remember, the pitchers do bat. And that's good over there. That's not. I'll put Culberson there. That's all I don't know. Do for the Braden lineup for here. Darter is doing pretty well. I mean, Arise pretty good. But yeah, no changes to the Twin lineup, and then no change of the Braves lineup. I know I put Charlie Culberson replacing Johan Camargo. And by the way, there will be like a full post-game show that will recap the entire playoff bracket I did. Next one starts on July 4th. Will be the same where the teams were in 2017. So basically the 2017 playoffs, and then I'm thinking one, and then another one after that. Before my school starts, I'll pick, and I think I know what the teams will be already. So yeah, here we go. Now yeah, there'll be a post-game show of like, and you'll see like a up-close shot of the playoff bracket after this. And I probably, obviously, to start this video, it was the Fox News theme song for baseball. and it's probably my fat's old theme song for baseball. Sorry, do the intro for the post-game show, which will be after this game, the Braves win, after the next game, no matter what. So it does a winner take all game 5. Here we go. We are here at Trusted Park in Atlanta, Georgia, for Game 4 of the 2020 World Series between the Minnesota Twins and the Atlanta Braves. Hi there, everybody. Benny J here in 342-18 Man Dave. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. Remember, in real life it's best of 5, or in real life it's best of 7, but here I put it the best of 5. So you can see Braves won 16-9 in Game 1. Braves won 5-0 in Game 2, and then the Twins won 6-5 in Game 3. Braves lead 2-1. Twins win. They force a winner take all Game 5, and 2 nights from now back in Minnesota. Or Minneapolis, or basically if the Twins win, they force a winner take all Game 5 back in Minnesota, or basically Game 4 or first pitch of Game 4 coming up next. On Newcomb, 1 starter in the postseason, 1-0 record, 1.50 ERA, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 whip, no walks, no strikeouts. The Twins win, they force a winner take all Game 5. And if the Twins win, they force a winner take all Game 5 in Minneapolis. If the Braves win, they win their first World Series since 1995. And the Twins, well, they're looking for their first World Series championship since 1991. That's the last time they've been here. There we go. Twins win, they force a winner take all Game 5 Minneapolis. The Braves win, they won their first World Series since 1995. Here we go. We're on your way from Trusted Park in Atlanta. Trusted Park. We're on your way from Trusted Park in Atlanta, Georgia. Throw to first by Culverson. He's at the shift on is in time. 1 down. And here's the starting lineup for the Minnesota Twins: Matt Scuppel, Jorge Polanco, Mitch Garver, Josh Donaldson, Eddie Rosario, Byron Buxton, Madelson, Luisa Rice, and the starting pitcher, Jake Odorizzi. Here we go. Then 5:15 in the postseason. That's a ground ball to Freeman. 2 down. Twins, well, obviously the last time someone had down 0-2 with Game 3 and 4 on the road in Game 5 back at home with the Blue Jays against the Rangers in 2015 ALDS. Here we go. Third on Twins with 7 RBIs, 2 home runs. Game 2 of the ALCS wide-up home run. That's a ground ball to Albies, then he overran it! He overran it! And Dorber's on with a 2-out single, and now it's Donaldson. Here's Donaldson. Remember, Cruz is not playing. So if they did anything back, Cruz will be back in the lineup. That is a bullet foul! Not a bullet. That would have been a home run if it was fair. So he hung that changeup. And we want to down to Donaldson. That's a line drive! The ball is hit well! The ball is foul by a hair! My goodness, 1-2 count. That's a ground ball, shouldn't you? Always throws it to Swanson, coming to their second base band, and it's over. Win it by the 1 left for the Twins. Braves coming to the bat, no score in Game 4. Jake Odorizzi, 2 starts in the postseason, 1-0 record, got the win in Game 2 of the ALDS against the Yankees. 2.91 ERA, 12 and 1/3 innings, 16 hits, 1.30 whip, no walks, 0 walks, 1 strikeout. So he got another decision in his last one. I'm not sure. That might have been Game 2, I know that. Acuna flies one deep, but it will die in the Buxton's glove, 1 down. Here's the starting lineup for the Atlanta Braves. Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies, Freddie Freeman, Marcell Ozuna, Travis d'Arnaud, and their Inciarte, Charlie Tollerson in the start over Johan Tamardo, Dansby Swanson, and the starting pitcher, Sean Newcomb. Braves won 16-9 in Game 1. The Braves won 5-0 in Game 2, and the Twins won 6-5 in Game 3. Barely on. They were up 6-0 and almost blew the lead. Here's Albies. That's a foul ball. At one point, I mean, they had runners in the corners, one out in the ninth, and Ozuna grounds into a 4-6-3-0 play that possibly so that led the Twins to the end of the game, and the Twins won Game 3. Throw to first by Polano to the right of second. 2 down. Here comes Freddie Freeman, first in the Braves. I mean, 18 for 39 in the postseason, 462 average, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs, and that's, I mean, 2 of those home runs. I mean, 3-run homer in Game 1, and 2 at the ground ball to Donaldson. Throw to first is low, pitch by center. That rhymes. We're through 1 in Game 4 of the World Series. The score is 0-0. Here's Eddie Rosario, 6-10 in the postseason. This is insane. 3-1 count. Swing and a miss, a curveball right down the middle. First 2 count. That's a ground ball back to Newcomb. Throw to first. 1 down. And here's the defense for the Atlanta Braves. Marcell Ozuna and their Inciarte, Ronald Acuna Jr. in the outfield. Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies, Dansby Swanson, Tollerson in the start over Johan Tamardo. He's a right-handed pitcher for throwing and batting, and Johan Tamardo, the switch hitter, and for at the plate for batting, and then obviously whatever it's called, switch hitter for batting and a right-hander in the field. So I mean, clearly though, and by the way, I'm not going to show you the umpires yet, just need to show them, but I'm going to, 41,149, sold out crowd, 47 degrees clear, wind 5 miles per hour blowing out the right field, elevation 1,050 feet, October 18, 2020, first pitch, 7:05. Here we go, 1-2 down to Byron Buxton. That's a ground ball to a tough play for Swanson! So that was a ground ball out. Swanson ranged to his left and got Buxton by about a step. So I just adjusted my camera to flip, and anyways, it ends at 12 minutes 45 seconds. Here we go. 1-1 count. Sano pounces on one, but foul. 1-2 count, and that is outside. 2-2, and here the umpire signed for Game 4 of the 2020 World Series. Beyond the players and Drummond.
He's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and give him the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike and they call it a ball.
Okay, so he's not fuses. This is the same crew for every game, I believe. It was Earl Hundreds for Game 1, and I think then it was they moved the wrong way, and then actually no, Woody Keller was at first. Yeah, it was Earl Hendricks, and they moved the wrong way. No, who was the umpire? No, I believe it was Clyde. It was Earl Hendricks for Game 1, Clyde Washington for Game 2 and 3, and then Andrew now Game 4. And then I kind of want Woody Keller for Game 5 because he hasn't done. So if anything, for one, he should have been the home plate umpire for this game, but first of all, they were moving the wrong way, and Clyde Washington was home plate umpire for Game 2 and 3, so the other umpires didn't move. So yeah. I don't know who it's gonna be. Hopefully it's not John. I want it to be Woody Taylor because he hasn't been behind the plate for any of these games. He's been at first, second, and then third. Like first for game 1, second for game 2 and 3, and now third for game 4. Here's Sano. 1-2 count or 2-2 count. That's Sano. That's a ground ball. I mean, punches it by Freeman, and he's gonna stay at first with a single as he punched it by him against the shift. And here comes the Luis Rise. 278 in average, no runs, 2 RBIs, and OPS of 583. The Rise ground ball to Yenis. Swanson throws it to Alves, covering the center base man, and it's over. Middle of 2, the score is the Twins 0 and the Braves 0. Jada Rizzi, the 14 fastball, cutter, splitter, and a curveball. And to win the World Series, and if you are them, you want to win the World Series. You don't want to be in a Game 5, or winner take all Game 5, winner wins the World Series, and be on the road. If you're at home, that's a little fine, but if you're on the road, it's not good. And here's the defense for the Minnesota Twins. Eddie Rosario, Byron Buxton, Matt Tupper in the outfield, Miguel Sano, Luis Rise, Jorge Polanco, Josh Johnson in the infield, and Mitch Garver behind the plate. Here we go. Here's Darno, 360 average, 1 home run, 3 RBIs in the postseason. That's a ground ball. Rise charging. Throw to first. Throw that 4-3 ground now, and there's 2 down. And then Ciarte, 4 for 28 in the postseason, 4 for 29 in the postseason, 130 average, no home runs, no RBIs. I mean, only 4 hits in the entire postseason, so not good. Bad, under 150. 1 on count. That's a ground ball. Diamond sub Donaldson. What a play! Got it! What a play by Donaldson! A sliding stump. Picked up and threw it from his feet. The Sano. In and over. We're through 2 in Game 4. The scores, the Twins 0 and the Braves 0. The game to die. I didn't dive. I didn't do that. I don't know what that is. Here's Jake Odorizzi. Top of the order. Foul 9-1-2. Do up for the Twins in the bottom. Or on top of the third. Odorizzi, Kepler, and Polanco. Odorizzi pops it up. Well, stay in play. Freeman by the camera well. And he makes the catch on the warning thread in front of the railing and the camera well. 1 down. Odorizzi fouls out the Freeman. And here comes Kepler. Grounding out to start off the ball game. They have 2 hits through 2 and 3rd innings. That's a ground ball. It's a tough play. Culverson behind second. Safe at first. Short position as the base is. Here comes Polanco. Over on the ground out. Like Kepler did to start the ball game. And now he's 1 for 2 with a ground out and infield single. 1-2 count. That's a line drive. And that is past Acuna. All the way to the wall. But the 90s iron right center field. Polanco going for 3. And he's in there by the time the cutoff been done. It's an RBI triple for Polanco. 1-0 Twins. Here comes Jarvis, 8 for 15 with a home run, 5 RBIs in the series, 1 for 1 with a single in the game. And who was the cutoff man? I think it was. It was Swanson. And here we go. Now Garver with a real chance. We're on at third, 1 out, 2-2 count. That's a ground ball. No play at the plate. Polanco scores. Garver's 1 for 2 with a single and then an RBI ground out. 4-3 RBI ground out to 2-0. Here comes Donaldson who grounded out in the first. No runners on, 2 outs as the RBI ground out by Garver. That's a ground ball. Fair ball. Fielded by Freeman. Sits in the bat and ends over. Then still RBI triple by Jorge Polanco and an RBI ground out by Mitch Garver. The Twins have taken a 2-0 lead after 2.5 innings of play in Game 4. 2 runs in the 4th, no errors for the Twins. No runs and no hits, no errors for the. Here's Charlie Towerson. 143 hours in the postseason. Got to start over Johan Camargo here in Game 4. 1-2 count. That's a bullet or a ground ball in the right field base hit. No chance for a 9-3. You see it's 67 speed. Time run coming into play in the form of the Yankees Swanson's 13-36, 361 average, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. And that 1 home run, I believe, was in Game 3 of the NLDS. Turn on talent. That's a pop-up on the infield. Sano coming in, and he will make the catch in fair territory on the dirt between the grass and the foul line, 1 down. Here comes the pitcher. Finally, see a sacrifice. 1 on count, 1 out, runner at first. And it's a foul ball, and now it's 1-2 to the pitcher. Well, if he fouls it here, it's going to get strike 3. He's going to do it again, and this is fair. Throw it to first by Rise is in time. Throw that a sacrifice 4-3. Here's Acuna. Flew out in the first, but a hit could make the deficit only 1. 1 on count. That's a ground ball. That is through. Base hit. Culverson around third. He'll score easily. He scored by he touched the plate right when Acuna right as Arai got the ball, and it's 2-1. Here's Albies. Acuna at first represents tie and run. That's a ground ball. It's only tough play for Polanco. Low throw by another one, or another low throw, but 2-2 on pitch for Sano. The Braves did a run, then to 2-out RBI sent by Acuna. And has cut the Twins lead to 1. It is 2-1 Twins after 3 innings of play. Here's Tons Rosario, 0 for 1 in the game. 5-6-7 do it for the Twins in the top of the 4th. That's a fly ball, and that's on tail foul in the seats on the left field line. 1-2 to the Twins left fielder. 43rd pitch over on Newcomb. That's a ground ball. Back to Newcomb. 1 down here in the 4th. Here comes Byron Buxton. 45th pitch down for Newcomb as he was 11 balls, 34 strikes, 45 total pitches for Newcomb. That's a ground ball past Newcomb! And in the center field, Buxton's on. 97 speed at first base. Should score with a ball down the line or in the gap. Here comes Miguel Sano. Sendo on the second. There are 2 counts. That's a foul ball. You might see Buxton Dellier. Full count to Sano, 1 out. Buxton at first. There goes Buxton. That's a ground ball. Newcomb got over there. Buxton moves over to second. Good thing he got that, because if he didn't get that no one was in the infield on the right side, because Albies going to cover the bat or either the steal or be the back. I'm not sure who was trying to cover the bat. Here's a Rise. That's a ground ball. That is a base hit. Around third is Buxton, and he will score. He could have been out if it wasn't cut off by Culverson. Here comes Odorizzi, who foul out the Freeman earlier. That's a foul ball. 1-2 to the Twins starting pitcher. But it's 3-1 after they have to run the Braves. They got it back. That's a ground ball. Should in the inning. He throws it the second in time and an over. We're through 3.5 in game 4. We're through 3.5 in game 4. The scores: the Twins 3 and the Braves 1. Twins have 3 runs and 6 hits, 1 error, or 3 runs and 6 hits, no errors, and the Braves have 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Here's Freeman, 34th pitch number, or that's a liner into the Twins dugout. Hopefully everyone's okay in there. That was a scorcher. Here we go, 2-2 count of the Braves first baseman. That is a bullet, but right down the horizon, short right field. 1 down. Here's Ozuna, who ground out on the second as they got a run back last inning and they made it 2-1, but then the Twins got that run back. That's a ground ball past Sano! Diamond Sano and pass to send up a Rise. And here Ozuna's on, time run coming to the plate. And so he's 5% with a double and RBI in the series, 1-2 count. That's a line drive foul. And I believe Flowers started in game 2. And Flowers also had a pinch hit home run in game 3. That's a ground ball to be 2. A rise, Polanco, sent out double play. We're through 4 in game 4. The score is 3-1 Twins. Here we go. It's here comes Kepler. The Braves down by 2 in the top of the 5th. That's a ground ball. Diamond stop by Culverson. But by the time he picks it up, Kepler's way safe as he ends up throwing it, but Kepler's safe by a mile. Here comes Polanco with the RBI triplet scored. That's a ground ball to be 2. Albies, Swanson, Freeman. So I'm backed at, well, it was a 4-6-3 double play. I think the camera shut off right when they were in the middle of it. As I do have a special guest for the rest of the game. She hasn't been on it since game 1 of the ALDS, and she also was on for the AL wildcard game. It's whatever her name is. Yeah, Mom. Here we go. Here's Darver, 1 for 2, Ascendo and RBI ground out, drove in, but Polanco earlier in the game, 1 on count. That's a bullet off of Newcomb. Back to Darno, and he still got him. Scored out of 1, 2, 3, and an over. Halfway home in game 4, the score is the Twins 3 and the Braves 1. We're back to Trusted Pro. Let's on the field check in with Tanya Watney. Brian Snitker.
And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Thank you, Ivy.
Okay, thank you, Ivy.
Here's Inciarte as we're in the 5th. Braves down by 2, 15 outs to work with. Odorizzi, 43rd pitch coming. 6, 7, 8 up for the Braves in the bottom of the 5th. That's a liner, but caught by Polanco on the edge of the outfield, or edge of the infield dirt, 1 down. Here's Culverson, 1 for 1 with Ascendo and scored the only run for the Braves. Alright. That's a foul ball. It was on a Cunha has the only RBI and Culverson has the only run. Here we go. 3-2 count. Swing and a miss on ball 4. 2 down. On a splitter at 84 miles per hour, Odorizzi's first strikeout of the game. Here comes Swanson. Pitchers on Newton. The pitcher spot's on deck. That's a ground ball. Charging is a rise, then and over. We're through 5. The score is the Twins 3 and the Braves 1. The Twins have 3 runs in 7 hits, no errors, and the Braves have 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. And they're starting with Grant Dayton in the Braves bullpen in right center field. Newton's energy is in the yellow. 1-2 down to Donaldson. That's a ground ball to Culverson, or Swanson. Throw to first. Got him, 1 down. Culverson's at 3rd. Swanson's at short. Here's Rosario, 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs, but he's 11 for 15 in the series. That's a ground ball back to Newcomb. And he's 0 for, although he's 11 for 16 in the series, he's 0 for 3 in this game. 2 down. 11 hits and here's Buxton, who's 1 for 2 with a single and score 1 of the 3 runs for the Twins. 1 on count. That's a ground ball to Albion in the inning. Throw to first, in and over. Middle of 6 scores, the Twins 3 and the Braves 1. 9-1-2. Due up for the Braves in the bottom of the 6th. And looks like probably don't have a pinch hitter here. As Flowers did a pinch hit home run in game 3, so the 9th. And they're all pinch hit time. Flowers just 2 home runs. Top of 17 in game 2 of the NLDS. I don't know if that's a pinch hit or not. If that was a pinch hit home run or not. And then he definitely had 1 starting off the bottom of the 9th in game 3. So at least one of the home runs was pinch hit, possibly both. Or one of the 2 home runs was definitely a pinch hit home run, possibly both. Here we go. Here's Flowers, who started in game 2 of the World Series. 2-2 count. That's a line drive, and that ball is gone. Not gone. It's all the way to the wall. It's past Kepler. Buxton will get over there. It's a double for Flowers. Is out. He dove and basically the ball bounced about 3 feet in front of him. Here's Acuna. 1 for 2 with a single and RBI, drove in Culberson earlier in the day, I believe in the 3rd. 1-2 count. That's a line drive. That's a base hit. Goes it to the wall. Flowers will score. Acuna in with a double. 2 straight doubles by Flowers, the pinch hitter, and now Acuna, the leadoff hitter. 3-2 with a tying run at center base. And here comes down. He's over 2 with 2 ground outs. 1-1 count. That's a ground ball. Runner throw to first by Donaldson. 1 down. The runner goes back to, or stays at center base. Here comes Freddie Freeman. Over 2 with 2 ground outs as well. Tying run at center base. The hit to the outfield should score Acuna. That's a ground ball. That is a base hit. Around third is Acuna, and he will score. As it was cut off by Sano, and then he threw it. 3-3. Here's Ozuna. 2-1 count. That's a ground ball past Sano. 2 runners on, 1 out, and the two-man run moves over to center base. So he's got 1 out, but here comes our Darno, and they're starting to warm up. Zat Littell and the Twins bullpen on the left field line. Stuff is starting to fall apart for Minnesota. That's a foul ball. So, 70th pitch time from Odorizzi. 70th pitch time from Odorizzi. 1-2 count. That's a little fly ball. It's in the corner. White does not catch, and the runner at center retreats, or really stays where he is. Would have got over there if he's had. 2 runners on, 2 outs now for NCR. The over 2 is line out and a ground out. 2-2 count. That's a ground ball. It's a really tough play for a rise. Throw to first is low, but another pitch by Sano. But the Braves do tie the game. We're through 6 in Game 4. The score is the Twins 3 and the Braves 3.
Twins.
Both teams have 3 runs in 7 hits, no errors now. And then our Grant Dayton is now 2 third appearance in the postseason, 1 record, no saves, no save opportunities, 303 innings, no ERA, 1 straight up, no walks, 250 average versus right-handed batters, and a 333 average versus left-handed batters. Right now, well, Newton's only get to know a decision, and Odorizzi right now is obviously not no decision, but he's still going. So now that's a ground ball to the Braves first baseman. Now there's a miscommunication between the pitcher and Freeman, but he's still not over there. 5 for 14 with a double and 2 RBIs for a rise in the World Series. Number 2 in the day, that's a ground ball. He drove in, I believe, their 3rd run. Throw to first by Swanson. There's 2 down. No runners on, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And here comes the pitcher spot, and you're probably going to see Odorizzi. Who are they down? Brennan. Looks like down Brennan. The boomstick. A.K. Nelson Cruz, who did not start because he's a little too old to play in the outfield. But he will start at DH if we did to Game 5. That's a ground ball. It's 15 speed. Throw to first by Freeman. In time. Score has 3-1 ground out, and the pinch hitter is retired. And then 7th inning stretch time. The score is 3-3. So looks like I think both stars sits in. Both stars at 6 innings. And what does decision? Here comes Zat Littell. 4th appearance in the postseason. No record. 0 for 1 on saves. 4 2/3 innings, 7.71 ERA, no strikeouts, no walks, 5.71 averages left-handed batters, and a 1.25 average as a right-handed batter. Here's a righty, so that could be good. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Braves in the bottom of the 7th. So the bottom third, there are 1-1 count. That's a ground ball. That is an awful rise. And Culberson's on. That's a go-ahead run here in the 7th. Base hit. And here comes Swanson. Over 2 in the game. That's a foul ball. That would have been ball 4. That should have been 2 runners on, nobody out for the pinch hitter because the pitcher's not. 3-2 count. That's a ground ball. So no, off his glove. Throw to that Littell. Safe at first. It was a lob throw. It was a horrendous throw. It was like a rainbow throw by Sano. As here comes the pitcher spot, and the ball pinch hit for the pitcher. With 2 runners on, nobody out. Where are you going? Well, you better be out soon. They're starting to warm up Sergio Romo, who took the loss in Sunday, and I forgot. And we had a 1-1 count. That's it, ground ball could be 2, and it's over the head of Arise. The bases are loaded as the throw comes up the first base line. Arise went over his head. Could have been a double play. Instead, Acuna's out with the bases loaded. That's a little tamper. Back to Littell. Could be 2. And that is a safe at first. A fielder's choice at first. Out at home. And here comes Albie. He's 0 for 3 in the game. It was a 1-1 count. That's a little tamper. And it's all right. Botched it. And the Braves take the lead. The Braves take the lead. Freddie Freeman with the bases loaded now. That's a line drive and will tail foul. 2-2 count. That's a ground ball, could be 2. Second one, first. That is a double play. Inning is over, and the Braves only get 1. 1 through 7 the scores. The Braves 4 and the Twins 3. And they're all Brennan, Shane Green. They're trying to third appearance in the postseason. No record, no save, no save opportunities. 5 1/3 innings. No ERA, 1 strikeout, no walks. 375 average versus right-handed batters, and a 100 average versus left-handed batters. Now here it comes 1, 2, 3 due out for the Twins in the top of the 8th. That's a ground ball right in the shift. Throw to first in time. Down in final, it's down by 1. And so here's Polanco tripled and then RBI and scored. That's a pop-up. Short right center field, or shallow right center field, and it's dropped by Albies. Albies down our final 4 outs, down 4 to 3, so down by 1. Garver's singled in, or really not singled, drove in Polanco with an RBI down that earlier. That's a ground ball, and he punches it against the shift. Garver with a huge hit, and he's safe at first, almost out at first, tying run at first base for Josh Donaldson. 3 for 17 in the series, 0 for 3 in the game, 1-1 count. That's a ground ball. That is gonna be 7 in the bed, in and over. Through 7.5 in game 4, the scores: the Braves 4 and the Twins 3.
Oh, come on.
Twins down to final 3 outs of their season. Here comes Rowan trying to keep it at 1. 1-run deficit. 6th appearance in the postseason. Here we go. 2 for 3 is Ozuna. That's a ground ball, and that will be an out. 1 down. Twins down our final 3 outs of their season. Here's Darno. I'm talking about Mike Lanson, who has a 3 RA, 2 saves during the postseason. 2-1 count. That's a ground ball, and it's Pissano! And he will hold at first base with a 1-out single as the Braves trying to get some insurance here. Remember, at one point around 3-1, here's Inciarte. 0 for 3 in the game. That's a ground ball, and that will go wide to third, foul ball. 1-2 count. That's a ground ball, could be 2. Polanco throws it to Arise for 1. Back to Sano, double play. Twins need 1 run on the tie. And debate the score: the Braves 4 and the Twins 3. Five, 6, 7. Rosario, Buxton, Sano due up in the top of the 9th. They need 1 run on the tie, 2 to. They need at least. Yeah, here's Mike Melanson. 2 for 3 on saves. Has blown 1 save. Caught another curve, 14 and a 14 fastball. Rosario 0 for 3 in the game. Shift is on to the right. That's a ground ball. Albies in the outfield. Throws it. It is in time. 1 down. As the Twins. Now they have Buxton, who's really beaten down. He can 1-on count.
Tie it up.
That's a ground ball, and then it's past Albies. I threw it to the wrong base, but oh my goodness, what a horrendous throw was that. Buxton's on with Sano coming to the plate. 2-2 count. There goes Buxton. Buxton! Line drive to tie the game! That will tie the game! It goes all the way to the wall! Buxton will score easily! Sano going for the triple! And he is gonna be out by a the game. The Twins tie it. Unbelievable. Hit it right where they aimed because they were throwing the cover second base bad because Buxton was stealing, and because he had 97 speed, that's what happened. By the time, he was scored easily. 3-2 down to a rise. That's a line drive. That's gonna get down. 47 speed at first base represents a tying run. The whole up. My goodness.
How many outs?
2 outs, and there's their bench. Avila, Andrianza, Gonzalez, and Tave. Who will they bring out? So they'll bring out Gonzo, Marwin Gonzalez. So they'll have to have a new pitcher. 2-2 count. That's a ground ball off the pitcher. Goes over there, and he is safe at first.
Yes.
Here's Kepler. And they're starting Darren O'Day in the bullpen, the Braves bullpen, right center field, and they're starting to warm up Trevor May, who lost in Game 1 of the World Series in the Twins bullpen in the left field line. 2-1 count. That's a ground ball shoot in the inning. Swanson throws to the second. The Braves can win the World Series if they score 1 run. The Twins do tie it. It's an RBI double by Sano. Middle of 9 to score. The Twins 4 and the Braves 4. Both teams have 4 runs and 12 hits, no errors.
Series if they win this game?
Who?
The Braves?
Yeah. Here comes May as he took the loss in Game 1. 4th appearance, 0-1 under 0-1 on saves. No averages ran at batters. Here's a righty right now. Trying to disdain the extra innings. 1-1 count. That's a little tapper bat that Garver 1 down. I almost said Gonzalez. 4-4. Here comes Swanson. You do not want to face the top of the order. You don't have to if you didn't have 2 guys out. 1-2. Well, you have to face the pinch hitter. I doubt they're all let the pitcher hit. Especially the closers. 2 for 4. And 1-2 count. That's a ground ball jammed him. 2 down. Now it's going to have to a pinch hitter. And if you're them, you can't let Acuna come up because Acuna can demolish you. And they're all Brennan. Hit Martinez the pinch hit for the pitcher. He's a lefty. May has a 14 fastball slider, 12-6 curve, and a changeup. Here we go, 1-1 count. Swing, I almost said swing and miss. 1-2 count after he fouled off the changeup. Here we go, 1-2 count. That is a ground ball fair! Throw to second by Rosario's on the bunt, and he's out! What a throw by Rosario! And we're down to extra innings in Game 4. 4-4 after 9. Woo.
Best of 5?
Yeah. Well, we don't have his best of 7, but I put the best of 5 here.
You can do that.
Yeah. Well, we don't have the Division Series best of. So Brennan and Darren O'Day, that was a. Look at that. 4th appearance in the postseason against Polanco. I know, he just tripled earlier. That is a bullet! Dave is a gun! He will 1-hop that wall! And he's in there with a double! Go ahead and run at second base. My goodness, here we go. Here comes 1-1 count. That's a little tapper. Polanco retreats. 1 down. Here comes Donaldson, 0-4 with a ground out, but he made amends with a hit to get in the lead. That's a foul ball. Made amends because the hit should score Polanco for a hit to the outfield. 1-2 count. That is a bullet, but not caught by Albies. Polanco moves over. Runner at third, 2 outs. That's a go-ahead run at third base for Rosario. 11 for 8. 0-4 in the game. 1-1 count. That's a foul ball. 1-2. He's 0-5 in the game. 0-4 in the game. Like Donaldson was. He's a main event. 1-2 count. That's a ground ball to Culberson. And the Braves again score 1 run. If they can score 1 run, they'll win the World Series. Middle of 10 that score is 4-4. Both teams have 4 runs and 13 hits, no errors. And top of the order now. You gotta really watch it. Foul ball, 2-4 in the game. And you're facing the top 3. That's a ground ball to a rise. Throw to first, and that's a huge first down to get Acuna out. Yeah, 86 speed. Here's Albies. It's 1 for 4 with a single and RBI. On town. That's a ground ball and he punches it against the shift. And he's gonna hold at 1 at first. 73 speed at first base represents a World Series winning run for Freeman. That's a foul ball. 1-2. They're starting to warm up. Tyler Clipper in the bullpen, the Twins bullpen on the outfield line. Here we go, 1-2 count. That's a ground ball, could be 2. Second one, first. That's a huge double play. Another pitch by Sano. I believe he's 4 for 4 on low throws. We're throwing to the 11th inning in Game 4. The score is 4-4. 6-7-8. Byron Buxton, Miguel Sano, Luis Arias coming up. That's a ground ball. He had a single earlier and then scored on the RBI double by Sano. 1 down in the 11th. At one point, the Twins are on the final 2 outs. And here's Sano. They gotta win this game. If they did win this game, they can force a winner to go Game 5 in Minneapolis. If the Braves win, they win the World Series. 3-2 count. That's a ground ball. It's a really tough play for Albies. Jeter jump throw. What a play by Albies. 2 down. Arise. That's a ground ball. Throw to first is in time. 1-2-3-0 Twins. Middle of 11. The score remains 4-4. Here's Ozuna. Swing and a miss on a 12-6 serve. Good pitch by May, and it's 1-2. That's a base hit. Win and run on base. Actually, World Series win and run on base. Here comes Darno as they're on Brennan Tyler Clipper. Runner at first responsible for May. Here we go. Darno is a catcher. Bunts it. And it's botched. And he's safe. E3. And now it's Martatis. That's a foul ball.
11.
They're bunting now. That's a ground ball. That's a fair ball. Got him at first. Sacrifice in the World Series run. 2 runners, no mission, 1 out. You're probably going to see an intentional walk to load the bases. Sacrifice in a 5-3 as they have Swanson on deck, but I don't know, intentional want Swanson to go to, or intentional want Tolverson to bring up Swanson. Bases loaded, 1 out. Double plays in order, and the fourth inning bases in order. And here comes Swanson. 3-2 count. That's a ground ball, could be 2 to save their season. What a play! And the Twins stay alive. My goodness, that's what you do an intentional watch right there. Set up that. On the 11, the score is 4-4. Oh. And the infield wasn't in. They were, and now it's a pitcher spot, and they're all Brennan, Alan Tavila. Backup catcher for the Twins. Here we go. And they're probably going to pinch run if he does it on because he has like no speed. 3-2 count. That is a bullet but caught by Swanson behind second. That would have been a base hit. They didn't have the shift on. Here comes Kepler and then the Polanco. Top of the order. That's a ground ball. There we go. Base hit. Base hit. Tyner or go ahead on a base. This is insane here. Here's Polanco as they're Brennan and Luke Jackson. Braves are. Their long reliever, Josh Allen, just got to save in Game 2 of the NLDS. That's a ground ball! That is past him! Runner up center will stay. 2 runners on, 1 out for Minnesota. Here comes Darver. 2 for 2 is single, and an RBI, which is on RBI ground. A 2-1 count. That's a line drive in the right field. They're going to hold the runner. Bases loaded. Bases are loaded for who? Josh Donaldson. 0 for 5 in the game. He made amends. That's a fly ball. That will at least get them the lead. It's really deep. It is stopped by Acuna on the warning track, but that will score the run. But the front two runners will tag. Safe at home, safe at third. That the Twins take the lead. Here's Rosario. 0 for 5 in the game. And that runner is responsible, I believe, of the previous reliever. Rogers warming up. 2 or 3 on saves. 2-0 record. When he blew the 2 saves, he got the win. Actually, 3 or 4 on saves. Pardon me. Here we go. 1-1 count. That's a ground ball. So a tough place for Swanson. Rosario is 0 for 6, but the Twins do take the lead into sack 5 by Josh Donaldson. The Braves need 1 run at a time, 2 to win the World Series. Middle of 12, the score is 5-4 Twins.
Let's go Twins. Let's go.
Now,
Let's go Twins.
5 runs in 15 hits, 1 error for the Twins. 4 runs in 15 hits, no errors for the Braves. Here's Rogers. 5th appearance in the postseason, 2-0 record, 1 for 4 on saves. I don't know if I said 3 for 4. In his first 2 blown saves, he got the win, and then his third one he didn't. He didn't the loss either. And then, I mean, here we go. It's 9 pitchers. 2. And they'll bring Joe Antamardo, who will bat left as he's a switch hitter. Actually, right. Rogers left. Here we go. Center, slider, curveball. Here we go. 1-0 count. That's a liner foul. Top 1 on the tie for the Braves, 2 to win the World Series. That's another foul ball. Just missed the first base coach. And we don't 1-2 count. That's a little tapper. It's on a tough play for Sano. Throws it to Rogers, and that's a huge hit, or 1 down. Now it's Acuna and then Albies, most definitely. Acuna is 2 for 5 with insane here in the World Series. That's a ground ball. That is past the diamond. Rise in the tie and runs on base. Albies, the World Series winning run coming into play. There goes Acuna. That's a foul ball. That's what had home. Oh no, probably not home run distance. There goes Albies. That's a ground ball. There goes Acuna. And Acuna will go all the way to third. Runs at the corners, 1 out. This was what happened in bottom 9th in game 1 or game 3, and now it's Freddie Freeman.
Double play.
Stammer.
Do it. Push in second.
There goes the runners. Oh my goodness. Both of the runners came home. Here we go, 1-2 count. That's a ground ball. The tying run will score. Both runners will come. The runner at first stole second, and the runner at third was coming home accidentally. 5-5. Ozuna to win the World Series though. As Rogers another blown save, 1 for 5 in the postseason. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Another blown save for Taylor. Rogers. 1-2 count. Oh my goodness, almost hit him,
What
and
happened to the guy on third?
he scored. 1-2 count. That's a ground ball. That's a base hit. But they're gonna hold the runner at third.
Why?
They're gonna hold the runner. Hold the runner. Here's Darno. 3-2 count. That's a ground ball. The game will continue. In and over, but the Braves do tie it, and the 12th scores 5-5. Coming back. Now Brennan and Will Smith. There's Byron Buxton. Guys, I know this happened again. Both teams traded runs in the 12th. But I think he couldn't. This time, I think he wasn't on a store. Let's look at it. So when he stopped, let me think, it would have been close again. It would have been close. Here we go, there's Buxton against Will Smith. That's a ground ball, and that's gonna keep a speedster off the base. 1 down. This is an insane game. Here's Sano. That Sano hit one on the nose, but it's foul. Did it on the nose. 1-2 down. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First strike down for Smith. Here comes Luis Arise. 2-1 count. That's a ground ball shit in the inning. Throw to first. It is low. Pitch by Freeman. The Braves to win the World Series with 1 run. Middle of 13 the scores of Twins 5 and the Braves 5. Here's Inciarte against Rogers. Round count. That's a foul ball. 3-2. Rogers 1 for 5 with a mistake. 3-2 count. That's a ground ball off the middle, and the World Series runs on base. 1 for 5. Now Brennan Duffy. 1-2 count. That's a fly ball. Should be 1 down. Going over is Kepler, and he makes the catch in right center field. 1 down. Oh, here's Swanson. 1-2 count. That's a rumble. Should be 2. Second one. That is a double play. Got him. The 14th inning. Here we come. 5-5 at the score. And Aaron Andrianzo pinch hit for Tyler Duffy. And our Brennan Josh Conley got the save in Game 2 of the NLDS. Here's Andrianza. Andrianza grounds it out. Throw to first. In time, the pinch hitter retired. Top of the order now. As this game is insane. Kepler. Here we go. 1-2 down. 3 for 6 in the game. That's a ground ball. Charging is always on short right field. 2 down.
I got another Twins fan.
14th inning stretch is definitely going to happen because here's Polanco. 3 for 6 with, I believe he's a homer short of the cycle. That's a ground ball. That is past Swanson. I believe he was 4 for 7 in the game. The go-ahead runs at first. Here's Garver, who drove in Polanco with an RBI single earlier. 3 for 6 with 3 singles. There it goes. That is a strike through to second. Not in time. 1-2 count, but can you be quiet? The go-ahead runs at center base. 1-2 count. That is a fly ball. That ball's hit well. The left fielder's not even moving. Gone. The Twins have retaken the lead. 7-5. 7-5. Garver with a home run. His second of the World Series, third of the postseason. 431 feet, 106 miles per hour off the bat, and it's 7-5. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Cody Chase might get the save here as he's starting to warm up here. This is insane. 0 for 5 is Donaldson with the sac fly, and he gets a hit. 1 for 6. And also Rosario behind him's 0 for 5. So, and now this time Twins have more than a 1-run lead. Here's Rosario. Can he get out of the 0 for 6 with it? Here we go. That's a round ball, and now he's he has a hit. 2 runners on 2 outs. All of it's a 2 outs. No, with a home run. 3-2 count. That's a foul ball. Yeah, he actually won. That's a ground ball. What a play by Tomlin. And he's in line for the last. Braves need 2 runs to tie 3 to win the World Series. The score is 7-5. Braves or 7-5 Twins after minute of 14. And now Brennan, well, they had to bring in someone. Cody Shashat, and they'll have, and they're into, yeah, that guy. That's the only bench player they have left. So he hasn't got. This is his first at bat of the postseason. That's a ground ball. That's only one. One down. But remember, they need more than one run now.
We're going to game 5. Looking good, Twins.
Here's Acuna with Albies on deck. One on town. That's a ground ball. Another 4-3 ground now. And the Twins are one out away from forcing a game 5 in Minneapolis 2 nights from now. Here's. Well, first I'm playing it Saturday, but in this game it's 2 nights from now. Here we go. Here's Albies. That's a ground ball right in the ship. Polanco behind second. Throw to first. The Twins win again. They have tied up. They were down 0-2. They have won. And they won. I mean, they lost games 1-2, 6-9, and 5-0 at home, and then won game 3, 6-5, and game 4, 7-5. As Darver's home run really was the one that propelled it, and they forced a winner-take-all game 5 2 nights from now in Minneapolis. It's the Braves. Well, it was debatable. They could have maybe won the World Series if they sent a run around third and won earlier in the game, but as Stashak gets the win, I believe Duffy would get the, or Stashak gets the save. Duffy, I believe, would get the win, and then Tomlin would get the loss, I believe. But we'll find out who the top hitter is, and this is just insane. Top hitters for the Twins, Jorge Polanco and Mitch Garver. For the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr. and Ozzie Albies. And there's, obviously, they end in 9, obviously. That's just a glitch. And it's like, Jorge Polanco is our top player of the game. And yeah, Jorge Polanco is the top player of the game for Game 4 of the 2020 World Series. At fourth of Game 5, they have come back to tie the series after being down 0-2. They have won. They were down 0-2 in the series. They have come back to tie the series by winning Game 3 and 4 on the road, 6-5 and 7-5. And the 7-5 within 14 innings. And at one point, I mean, they were on the final 3 outs. Then down 4-3, then they tied it, and then both teams straight runs, I believe, in the 12. They had the 12, and then unbelievable. 4 for 7 in the game. Tom Duffy gets the win 1-1 in the postseason. Josh Tomlin at the loss 0-1 in the postseason, and Cody Shashat gets the win his first of the postseason. Twins 7 runs in 20 hits, 1 error, and for the Braves 5 runs in 90 hits, no errors. Unbelievable. Polanco 4 for 7 with a double, a triple, a double, 2 singles, so he's a homer short with a cycle. And Garver 4 for 7 as well with a home run, 3 RBI. Joe and Polanco RBI ground out and then drove in. Got 2 home on the top of the 14th. Unbelievable. So, Game 5 for you guys. Saturday. I might be able to film it Friday, but I'm definitely posting it Saturday. Filming this Wednesday, but posting it Thursday. And yeah, I'll do it posting on in the next clip. So, I'm back. In this game it's 2 nights from now, but here, well, I guess in this line, I guess it's you could say it's 2 days from now. For me, it's 3. The Saturday, and then tomorrow, Friday, St. Byron of the show, and then Sunday, and then Saturday, Game 5 of the World Series, and then Sunday, St. Byron of the show, opening 2020. No matter if it's in AA, AAA, or the majors, and it's 2020. I might have the 2020 one on the video, but it's 2020. And then Monday, I'm thinking Audie Coleman, and Tuesday, Star Force Home Run Derby in the All-Star Game. So, yeah. Twins have come back to tie the series after... Twins have come back to tie the series at 2 games apiece after being down 0-2. They haven't won the series. They have come back down 0-2 to tie the series, but they have to win. They haven't come back down 0-2 in the series to win the series. They have tied the series, but they haven't won the series. We're going to take on Game 5 of the World Series. Twins at Braves, so they don't have Cruz back. And then the ball is under the DH for the Braves, I think. Alright, guys, I want to close the no board if you have to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, best friends about the videos. Well, by the way, guys, I saw the replay. It would have been close. It would have been close if the runner at third was going to be sent. I thought he wasn't going to score. Like, I think it was basically he might have scored on the one where Butson threw it home, where Bredman could have scored, and then here, basically, he could have scored. It wasn't only like clearly safe or clearly out. And really, it was maybe. I don't know if they're closing it. Or there's I'm closing again. Or there's I'm closing. No board if you have to the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandpa, and aunts, uncles, best friends about these videos. And you know, I'm going to see you in episode number 21 of the MLB Show 20 Postseason Series. See you in episode number 21, which will be Game 5. Oh, the winner take all Game 5. Oh, the winner take all Game 5 of the 2020 World Series between the Braves and Twins at Target Field downtown Minneapolis. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Eat a lot of bacon and go Twins.